Welcome grade 5 to our first science lesson this week, week 4. We shall continue to discuss our first unit, which is human organs and systems. Now in this lesson, we'll be looking at the objectives. We are going to investigate the human respiratory system. 2, we are going to make, record, and compare observations. Now, this is the respiratory system. In a nutshell, this is the respiratory system. Now, the primary organs of the respiratory system are the lungs. These are the primary organs. The main organs in the respiratory system, they are the lungs, and the function of the lungs is to take in oxygen and expel or remove carbon dioxide as we breathe. Now, the gas exchange process is performed by the lungs and the entire respiratory system. That is the system that is responsible for the exchange of gases. So it's basically performed by the lungs and the respiratory system. Now the air, which is a mixture of, we have a mixed oxygen and other gases, is inhaled. It is taken in, it's inhaled or breathed in either through the nose or through the mouth. Once you have inhaled the air through the nose or through the mouth, then the next step is it will move down. Now it moves down to the throat, which is also called the trachea or windpipe. So once you have breathed in air, which is a mixture of oxygen and other gases, it will be it will go through the trachea, the throat, or the windpipe, and as it moves along here, it is going to be filtered. There are certain substances, some hairs, some things here that will make it clean. It's going to be filtered before it gets into the lungs. So the trachea, as it goes down, the trachea will branch into 2 bronchi. Now these are the the ones that you can see like this. One is this side and one is this side. So the two bronchi tubes that lead to the lungs. Now, once they are in the lungs, oxygen is moved into the bloodstream. Oxygen, once it is in the lungs, oxygen will be diffused into the bloodstream. Now, blood that carries the oxygen through the body to where it is needed. Now, the red blood cells collect carbon dioxide from the body's cells and transports it back to the lungs. Now, in the lungs, there are certain small sacs, and that is where the exchange of gases takes place. Now, and these sacs, small sacs, you can see them here. They are very tiny. They are called alveoli. So what are alveoli? Now, alveoli, this is the lungs. They are found at the end down here. So actually, alveoli are the end point of respiratory system, exchange oxygen and carbon dioxide in the bloodstream. So that work is done by the alveoli, the tiny sacs. Now an exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide takes place in the alveoli, small structures within the lungs. The carbon dioxide, a waste gas, is exhaled or removed out, and once that is done, the cycle begins again with the next breath. Now, during breathing in and breathing out, there is this structure called the diaphragm. This is a sheet of layer, which is a layer of muscles capable of expanding and contracting. So it's called the diaphragm. It is found at down here at your belly. So the diaphragm is a dome-shaped muscle. It's dome, that means it is curved, below the lungs, and it controls breathing. Now the diaphragm flattens out. If you are breathing in, the diaphragm flattens out and pulls forward, drawing air into the lungs for the inhalation or breathing in to take place. So when it flattens down, then now there's a lot of the volume of the lungs increases, then you are able to inhale the air. Now during exhalation, that is during breathing out, the diaphragm expands or pushes upwards. It pushes upwards like pushing the you can see the heart there, pushing upwards to force out air out of the lungs. Now when it pushes up, it pushes through the lungs, and it makes the lungs to push out air. So that is how the diaphragm, which is a very thick, a very dome-shaped muscle, is able to control the breathing. Now, adults normally take 12 to 20 breaths per minute. If you are an adult, you can take 12 to 20 breaths per minute. Now, during strenuous exercises or very heavy exercises, the breath rate goes up. The average becomes 45 breaths per minute. So basically, that is how respiratory system works. How it's able to control the amount of air that is coming in and taking it out and supplying it to the blood cells to be used in our body for activities. And that is enough. The next thing that I would want you to do is an assignment. So you'll go to Google Docs, follow the instructions to carry out your investigation, because we are trying to investigate the respiratory system, how it works. And after you've done that, you'll record your observations. There are spaces there you need to record your observations. After you've done that, then you'll submit your work, and remember to mark it as done. Thank you so much, and I hope you've enjoyed the lesson.